welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well. I wanted to do a video because obviously when I have problems or issues in my life, I really like to jump on to YouTube and help anyone that might be having the same problem that I did. Now, as you know, I started a business, and before the business, and I couldn't drive before when I started this business, okay? But because I was going from A to B to A to B with my stock and my creams and my lotions and my potions, guys, look at this body butter. This body butter is absolutely amazing. This is rose and ylang, okay? It smells divine, divine. You have to smell it to believe it. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. Another video. But yeah, so I always had this business, so I had to carry things from A to B. I don't drive, so it was so expensive. Hiring drivers, getting cabs, getting Ubers. I think 1 month I must have spent like over £1,000 just on getting my stock from A to B. Ridiculous. I think I paid like £600 in cabs. £600 in cabs, which is a lot of money for a small business, and maybe another 400, 500, 600 seriously on drivers because I do events and trade shows. So I decided to get my driving license. I passed first time, right? So I did my lessons, found an amazing instructor. I'll do a video about how I found my instructor because that was a nightmare finding a good instructor. Found an amazing instructor, a woman, amazing, passed first time. I thought, yes, I'm the shit, I'm the boss. I passed first time, no problem. Went out, I think I got a car about 2 or 3 months later, so I was a bit rusty. And what they don't tell you, because obviously I passed first time, I thought I was the shit, like I said before. Confident, yes, amazing. And then when I got my car, like 2 months later, I went down to my car. So when I got my car, I got my friend to go to the car dealership with me and drive it back which was the first telltale sign because I just wasn't confident. So basically I got the car and it stayed in my driveway for about 2 weeks and I didn't drive it because it dawned on me like, okay, I've actually got to drive this car on the road now. I mean, I've actually got to drive this car on the road with other real cars, with other real people, and I just kept thinking about all the terrible things that could happen to me in this car. It's so weird. I mean, I would actually go downstairs in my car, turn it on, and that's as far as I could go. I put the radio on, and I would literally start to hyperventilate. I could not even get out of my driveway. I'd be so nervous about driving this car, imagining all the horrible things that can happen to me on the road when I drive this car. Am I going to kill myself? Even worse, am I going to kill someone else? Am I going to forget how to drive? Am I going to break down? You think you can imagine it? I thought about it in this car, really winding myself up. And honestly, when you get in your car on your own, they don't tell you. It is so weird. It is just so weird when you're in this car on your own and there's no instructor to guide you. If you're watching this video, you probably experience the same thing, which is why you've clicked on the video. I'm just here to tell you that you are not crazy, you are not a loser, you are not a fool. I mean, I felt like all the above. I thought, my God, I'm such a loser, I'm such a fool. I was so embarrassed that I just was too terrified to drive this car. Like literally, I mean, I don't think anyone would be as bad as me. I literally would hyperventilate. Like, I was staying in the car for half an hour, hyperventilating, and think, okay, now I'll do it tomorrow. So in the end, I'm going to tell you how I conquered my fear of driving, okay? It can be done, and trust me, if I can do it, anyone can do it. On a scale to 1 to 10, I must have been 10 for anxiety. Number 1, when you want to become a more confident driver, the first thing you want to do, in my opinion, is to find someone who can sit in the car and drive with you. And I don't mean a driving instructor. I think these Pass Plus lessons are a bit of a waste of money, they're a bit of a scam, because my anxiety was sitting in the car on my own. I knew how to drive, so I thought, why do I want Pass Plus just for a driving instructor to sit in the car for me and drive around? It'd be the same thing. It'd be like having an extended driving lesson. It's a waste of money anyway. Right, so you want to just, if you can, you want someone to sit in the car with you and drive around, okay? And then secondly, if you can afford it, you want to get your own car. It's really important to drive in your own car, or at minimum, a car that you'll be driving driving in that you can use. So your brother's car, your sister's car, your mum, your dad's car, your partner's car. Learn to drive in a car so that car becomes an extension of you. It has to be an extension of you. And you need to be comfortable on the road in your own car, okay? That's very, very key. Key. And then you're going to find somebody, a friend, that's going to sit in the car with you, and you're going to drive around at all different times of day. You're going to drive around in the morning, you're going to drive around in the evening, you're going to drive around when it rains, you're going to drive around in the airport, different crazy routes, okay? You're going to drive around, and you're going to pay this person. Trust me, you're going to pay this person. Even if you pay them $5, $10, $20 an hour, $30 for 5 hours, pay them something. Honestly, in life, take it from me, you get, especially friends, because we can't take advantage of our friends. Pay your friend. You'll get more out of your friends if you give them a gesture. If you pay them some money or whatever, pay them something. They'll have more time for you. And this process does take time. You can't expect someone to sit in the car with you for 1 month, 2 months, because it could take up to 1 to 2 months to get competent for free. So pay this person. First step, you're going to forget about sat-nav. Forget about sat-nav. Sat-nav is just another extra anxiety to the whole driving thing. You're going to go old school, and what did we do before we had sat-nav? We learned our routes, okay? So you're going to forget about sat-nav for just a minute. You need sat-nav, you do need it, but not for now. You're going to learn your routes. You're going to learn your routes to work. You're going to learn your routes to supermarket. You're going to learn all your little major routes, and then push yourself a little bit. Or you're going to learn about 10 routes on the road, how to get, and they're going to be further and further and further. I guarantee you this was instrumental in me becoming a better driver. I learnt routes at supermarket, easy ones. I learnt routes where I had loads of roundabouts to deal with. I learnt routes on the A40, on the motorway. The more you learn routes off by heart, the more the roads don't look so crazy. So forget about sat-nav. Learn at least 10, if you can, 15 routes. I promise you, this alone will boost your confidence so much when it comes to driving, and you have to push yourself. What you're going to do once you learn those routes is that you're going to get up early in the morning, maybe on the weekend, if you're not working, you're going to get up like 5 o'clock in the morning. It's beautiful in summer now if you're watching this video, and you're going to go do those routes on your own. 5, 6 in the morning when it's quiet, there's not many people on the road, you ain't going to be stressed. You're going to, everything you learned from the previous drive around with your friend, you're going to learn to do these routes on your own. I'm telling you, this is going to be a game changer for you. Once you do a route on your own, it's going to be like, something happens. Something happens once you do a route on your own, a challenging route. You get there, you drive back, and you come back alive. Something happens in your brain, and your confidence just goes from 0 to like 100. So what you're going to do, you're going to, like I said, you're going to learn your routes, and you're going to wake up 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, on a Sunday morning, on a Saturday morning, or whenever the road is quiet. You're going to drive on those routes on your own in the car. And that's why I say it's very important to have your own car through this process, or a car you're going to use a lot. It makes a really, because that becomes just, your car becomes your safe space. The next step is that you're going to force yourself to be scared. So you're going to go to airports, Heathrow Airport or Gatwick Airport, or wherever you live. You're in America, I don't know, an American airport. You're going to push yourself, you're going to challenge yourself to go to really hard routes, preferably when it's not raining for now. But like I said, early in the morning, you're going to push yourself. If you're afraid, like I say, take your drive buddy with you the first time, go to the motor, go to the airport, drive back, go to another town, drive back. But you're going to push yourself more and more and more to get to further routes. However, only when you're confident. There's no point driving when you're like terrified. Only when you're more confident, you have to push yourself to go further and further and further. I tell you, once you do this, once you do your first airport route and you run and you come back in one piece, your driving is going to go from 1 again to 100. Other point I'm going to say is that when you learn to drive, you have to not give two beeps about other drivers. Other drivers can be nice, but the majority can be really horrible. They're going to pressure you to speed up. I mean, it will say 20 on the road, and they don't want to wait. They're going to try and overtake you. They're going to beep you. They're going to pressure you. Forget about other drivers. You don't want to get killed. You don't want to kill anybody. You want to stick to the speed limit. If it says 20, you ain't gonna do more than 20. You don't care who's behind you bibbing. If it says 30, you ain't gonna do more than 30. You don't care who's bibbing. If you're on the motorway and it says 60, you don't have to do 60. It just says speed limit 60. So if you want to do 40 or 50, you stay in the left lane. You do 40 and 50. Don't let other drivers pressure you to be fast or everything. They want to overtake you, let them overtake you. Just stick to the speed limits. Don't let other drivers press you, because to be honest with you, the more you drive, the more you see that a lot of these people on the road that are driving should not be on the road driving. They are dangerous, they can be stupid, and they make dumb mistakes. So do not let other drivers intimidate you. I would say you can put a P plate on your car. That has its pros and cons. I didn't put a P plate on my car, because I think sometimes you put a P plate, other drivers will just take advantage of you. It's like a red rag to the bull that I've learned a driver. But some people can be really nice, other motorists, and they'll see a P plate on you, and then if you're a bit hesitant, they'll have more sympathy for you. As this is very close to my heart, wear glasses if you need glasses. I actually need glasses now, I think. If you follow my channel, you know I've had eye drama. I think I need glasses. I'm so stubborn. I'm gonna have my eye test tomorrow. I'm gonna get glasses. But if you need glasses, wear them. Honestly, do not risk it. You need to have good eyesight on the road, especially when it rained. I went to work the day when it was raining, pouring down with rain, and I could not see the lanes on the road. And I thought, okay, enough is enough. Enough of not fighting to not wear glasses. You need to wear glasses. So check your eyesight. And guys, I think that's it really. That is how I got confident on the road. That is how I beat my anxiety of driving. Honestly, like I said, no one was as bad as me. I was so bad on the road. I would hyperventilate in my car for the first 2-3 weeks owning my car. I would turn the radio on. I'd be like, I would have nightmares about driving, and from where I was to where I am now is absolutely amazing. I actually love driving now. I love summer. I love putting my radio on, I drive everywhere, which is very naughty. You shouldn't drive everywhere, but I drive everywhere. So don't worry, you're not a loser, you're not an idiot, you're not a fool. Don't be embarrassed. I know it's very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing when you're scared of driving. Well, I was very embarrassed, but don't be embarrassed. It's very common, very, very common. But no one tells you about it. You just think, yeah, I'm gonna pass my test, and you imagine yourself driving around the whole world. And some people are like that, but there are some people like me or like us that have a huge anxiety about driving on your own. But I promise you it does go. You just have to practice. There's no way around it. You have to conquer your fear. You have to get in your car. You've got to just push yourself, drive. And it is very normal to feel weird in the car. On your own, the first couple of times you're in the car on your own, it's super weird. And to be honest with you, you should be nervous on the road. You know, you should be nervous on the road. I think overconfident drivers are the worst. So anyway, guys, I hope that helped. I thought I would just jump here and talk about this because this was a huge problem for me. It really, really was. And I was made to feel like a fool by some people when I told them how much anxiety I had over driving. So I hope this helps, guys. It's always lovely to spend quality time with you all. I'm going to try and upload more. I've got a TikTok shop opening, guys. So it's just Sephi on TikTok. I'm going to be doing lives about my creams, my beauty products and stuff. So subscribe to my TikTok channel. Subscribe to this channel. And I will see you all later. Bye.